Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have a little bit of a story time today for you. A story that I hope will inspire you to action in your own life. So I am currently preparing for an online art charity auction over on my Whatnot. Resellers from all over the community, all over the country have shipped in their artwork, which is just phenomenal that we have so many artists in this community. But they've shipped in their artwork and we're auctioning it off live on Whatnot tonight, March 3rd. If you're watching this the day that it was posted at 8 p.m. Central, if you want to come bid, that would be incredible. It's 100% for charity. But in prepping for this event, which is like kind of turned into a huge undertaking, it reminds me of other times in my life when I felt direction in a particular path or a particular place in my life. And in my own life, I know when I feel direction, when I feel like a call to do something, it is God telling me to do something. And so often it's easy for me to get wrapped up in my own abilities. And, you know, I know like I don't have the gift of administration. So why would I want to organize something like this? And we could easily dismiss whatever it is God tells us to do by summarizing our own abilities as if he doesn't know us, as if he didn't know exactly who he called to do something or who he wants to use or what platform he wants to be known on, as if he doesn't already know you better than you would ever know yourself. He has the numbers of hairs on your head, like he has your hair numbered. But we will tell God, you know, not me, that you're looking for somebody else. And I've done that in my life. But the story I want to share with you today was really one of the greatest things I think God ever called me to. And just the story of how it came to be outside of what I felt like was my own ability. So this was probably, I don't even remember the year, probably 2009. Few days before Christmas, 10 days before Christmas. We could not afford to adopt a family for Christmas that year, which is typically what we did at Christmas time, you know, our way of giving back or giving to our community. Couldn't afford to do that, and I wanted to do something. I knew I wanted to do something. And I felt God tell me to collect gently used toys to give out to families at Christmas time. It's a no-cost approach to spreading love and joy at Christmas, right? And to collect these gently used toys and pass them out. We're 10 days before Christmas, okay? I don't even have a facility to do something like this. But I type out on my Facebook, which should tell you how old the story is. I type out on my Facebook, hey, if I were collecting gently used toys, would any of you guys be interested in donating some so I can get them into the hands of kids that otherwise might not have anything for Christmas? And I was at work that day. Someone brought by a trash bag of toys. And I don't know, like maybe it was something in that one person believing in this, like something happened. And I thought, this is not about like whether I can collect these toys or what's going to happen. If I will just give it my hands, I bet God is about to show up and show out. And he did. So here's what happened. I immediately call up the editor of our local newspaper. She was my second call. Let me tell you what my first call was. I first called my pastor and I said, here's the idea. Here's what I want to do. I don't have any place to do this. He said, we just got a storefront. We have shelves. We have tables. We don't have any merchandise in there. You can use it. Okay, so now I got a place. So I call up the local editor of the paper and I told her what I was doing. Keep in mind, guys, all I have is like 5 days maybe to complete this because it needed to be the weekend before Christmas. I have 5 days to complete this and I have one trash bag halfway full of toys. And here I am calling the local editor of the paper and I knew I needed some exposure. And so she comes down, she comes in my office and she sees the trash bag of toys and she said, oh, are these some of the toys? And I didn't have the heart to tell her that those were all of the toys. And so I still have the copy of the paper. I'll upload it on my Instagram if anyone's interested in seeing that. She says, I want to take a picture of you holding some of these toys and put it on the front page of the paper. And we're gonna invite everyone in the county that needs Christmas toys to show up. Guys, this is all I have. I could have counted the number of toys they were in my office. And I said, that sounds awesome. And so I'm smiling, probably one of my most nervous grins ever, and on the front page of the paper the next day, and we invite everybody who needs Christmas toys to come get Christmas toys. Spent the next several days driving anywhere anyone would tell me that if I came they would give me toys. Loaded my vehicle up. It was like a 4 or 5 day process. And once we collected everything, it amounted to about 5 of those 6 foot long like church tables, you know, it amounted to 5 of those. That's all we had. Some stuff was in the floor, but it was mainly 5 tables worth of stuff. And I looked at it and I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen because we've invited everyone that wants stuff. Again, really thinking inside of my own ability, right? And his ways are not our ways. The day comes and we had to unlock the front door to a line wrapped around the building of families that had been standing in line before we opened the doors, and they're all with their kids and they're all expecting toys, and they had an average of 5 children per family, and I have 5 tables of stuff in there, and we worked all day. We had people gift wrapping items that year. We worked all day, and I never saw God feed 5,000 until that day. I'm sorry. I'm not, but he showed up and showed out to the tune of 75 families come in that day with, again, an average of 5 kids per family. And the last family took the last few things. 75 families. I watched as they received toys all day long. I don't know how he multiplied it. If I had been stubborn and said, God, I'm not able, and if I had neglected his ability, that wouldn't have happened. We went on to host, we ended up calling it Manger Full of Toys because Jesus is the best gift, right? And so we called it Manger Full of Toys, and we hosted it for the next 8 years. One year we had local news stations in 2 states talk about the event, and we had people from 3 hours away either direction show up, and I watched God deliver that year too. There wasn't a single year he ever failed me. He never failed them. We were never left with egg on our face. He came through. He showed up every single time, and that has taught me to learn to trust God outside of what I think is possible. And so fast forward to about a month ago, my friend Chrissy Collins on the Move said, I'm trying, my son Bradley and I are fundraising money for the Autism Society of Greater Orlando, and I do not need another thing to do right now, guys. This is not me looking for a hobby this month. I knew exactly what was supposed to happen though, and it could be for a lot of different reasons, okay? But I called her and I said, would it be possible if I painted a few things and sold them on my whatnot and give you the money as like a fundraiser? And she's beside herself. That's incredible. That's amazing. How generous that you would do something like that. And I'm like, I'm just doing what I feel like I'm supposed to do, but this is going to be so cool. And then in walks Mary Garcia, the Merchants here on YouTube. She says, can I paint something and send it? And she listens to God too, okay? So I think that he put a bug in her ear, because I was like, wait a minute. What if we opened it up to anyone that wants to send stuff? And over the last 5 days, guys, I have been making countless trips to my P.O. box to get the orders that everyone is sending in. And I've already seen people crediting God for this. And maybe someone needs to see him move like this. Maybe whatever is going to happen tonight, I guarantee you God shows up, and I guarantee you that he will get the glory from my lips. And I pray that he gets the glory from everyone else that is touched and connected by this. I'm putting this video out here because I don't want anyone else to get the glory. I sure as heck don't want the glory. No one in this community wants the glory. If people show up for a cause today, and if we bear one another's burdens and we share one another's joys tonight, which I know we're going to, it is because of what Christ said, that they will know that we are Christians. They will know us by our love for each other, all right? They will know us by our love for each other. And that's all. Every time I open up a new piece of artwork, something that you guys put your hands to, you donated your time. You'll never get that back. You can donate money and know it'll come back. You will never get your time back. You donated your days. And every time I unwrap that, that's what I keep thinking. They will know us by our love for one another. And I just wanted to thank you guys for not thinking inside of your own abilities, for believing in this situation outside of my own abilities, because I'm kind of a scattered person. I don't even know how everything is organized and listed right now in the whatnot, but it is. So if you want a pre-vid, you can go do that. But I just wanted to share this with you guys because that was such a monumental turning point in my life when Manger Full of Toys started, and for the next 8 years showing people God's love through our time. And I just wanted to thank you guys for doing the same thing. And I know things are going to happen tonight that we have no choice but to credit God for. So thank you so much for watching this. I apologize for being weepy. He's done too much for me to ever like hold back. I love you guys so much. I thank you. And tonight, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna treat this like God's business, okay? Bye, friends.